What's up, good people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Isaac Insights. Thank you so much for your continuous support. And good people, it's on a Sunday here. I'm just resting. I'm under trees. Sometimes we love nature, as you can see. Yes, so guys, today I'm here to talk about a certain topic. I think this topic is very essential. Most people always ask me, hey Isaac, I want to build a house, a semi-permanent house, but I will be using stones alone, like this one we built in Gilgil. Now this house was built by that Sodongo and his team. We didn't use our main roofer, that Ken, we didn't use him. But let's look at the plaster and how the house was built. And good people, let me tell you, or let me advise someone, when you want to build your house, semi-permanent house using stones, it's always expensive, as most people may think. The reason why this house is always expensive is maybe you have the stones available, just the way we have. Most people who always prefer stones, they know that we have they are available. If you have to buy them, then it will be more than expensive. You better build a brick house. So good people, this is the thing. When you are building your house using stones, it's always expensive. For example, a house that could have costed you a semi-permanent, that could have costed you 500,000, or like this one that was built in Gilgil. If it's a semi-permanent, it needs to cost you around 300,000. However, sometimes I always say that, and because I know most people know that, I believe most people know that when a visitor comes to a home, you know what you will probably do. But sometimes it always go beyond 300 because of feeding the fundis. But generally, that house is always cheap when it's a semi-permanent. However, if this house could have been is built with the stones the way this one was built, as you can see, it's running on your screen. Great people, this one will be expensive. The reason why it will be expensive. The procedure of building this house, it uses shortest time possible, but this is the procedure. The structure will be built, then you will have to buy chain link, and then after buying chain link, and that's chain link, and even the we always use chain link and barbed wire. So this is what will happen. You'll have to buy barbed wire and chain link, which will take your good money. Yes. So when you are building your house as semi-permanent with stones, it's always expensive, and this is the reason why I always see it. It's expensive in a way. The first thing is this, you will have to buy, let's say you have the stones available, and then you have, yes, you have stone available. So after the structure has been put up, you will need chain link and then barbed wire. Chain link is always to give that space where stones will be put. Then after that, you will also need barbed wire. Barbed wire is always to tighten that house, so that when the stones are going in, there is no bends that will occur on that house. Now, after that, the stones always leave a lot of spaces, and those spaces will be, you will need to do what we call rough cast, or what on this other house Moy always called booming. Once you do booming on this house, and now the process of booming is expensive on this house. For example, if we were to use 20 bags on a mud house, then it means on this house we will use 40 bags. It will be double. And once we use 40 bags, it means also the sand that will be used will double. So it means you are buying, let's say, if you are to buy a 1.5 tipper for this house, the other one we will need 3 tippers. That is just reality. And you can also see from any other lens, because the stones, they are not like mud where the spaces have been closed by mud. For this one, those spaces will be closed by sand and sand and cement. That's the mixture of sand and cement. So the process of booming is expensive. Now, after booming, again, you will need, if it is good, because I always say this, you will need a chicken wire to be installed on that house after booming, so that we avoid cases of cracking. Remember, the work of chicken wire on a semi-permanent house, it always acts as a wall pass on a permanent house. So for this house, after booming, you will have to buy a chicken wire. That's chicken wire. Then it will also be installed. And remember, when these wires are being bought, you need nails. We have special nails that are used, though they are cheap. So sometimes we assume, or we just assume, but they are always cheap. Then after that, plaster will be done. And now, when we reach at that step, it's just the same as the other house, the one with mud. So new will be applied, that is cement, and your house most probably will look like this one, the one you are seeing on your screen. This is the house we built in Gilgil, the house that Odongo and his team built in Gilgil. Yes, Odongo works under me. I'm the one who referred him to that job. But the fundis who did it, I mean, when it comes to roofing, it's not Ken. But good people, just from that short clip, I hope before you go for anything, you are getting at least different viewpoints, so that the decision that you make does not affect you in any way. I understand semi-permanent is the way to go for those who are earning less. Yes, I always tell people, hey, when building semi-permanent house, you need good fundis for you to ensure that you get quality house. However, sometimes also when it comes to good quality fundis, it means you will have to import people from away, which sometimes people feel it's always expensive. But also let me use this opportunity to clarify this. When I come to work to you, when I come to work for you, it means you will pay for me, since I will not be working, I will be there just for a short time. I am always paid as a consultant. Ensure you contact me if you want quality work. I'm not saying that if you contact my fundis, it's bad, because once you contact them, in most cases, they always inform me, hey, Isaac, we have been called somewhere and this will be happening. So if you are thinking about semi-permanent stones house, you need to know that. You need to know the expense that comes with it. It's expensive. It's not cheap as you may think, but not expensive as the other house, the other permanent house. I always see people arguing that, for example, someone asks, hey Isaac, I want to build a 3-bedroom semi-permanent house. How much will it cost me? I always tell people, hey, with 900,000, you will build your house. However, also this is the question: which house do you want to go and build? Because we have a 3-bedroom house that will cost 550,000. Because if the house we built in Mtwapa is a 2-bedroom house and it's 300,000, then it means if you are building a house worth 40 or 45 mabatis, it will cost you around 550 to completion. If you are building a house worth 60 mabatis, it will cost you around, that 60 mabatis will cost you around 700, and then 70 mabatis or 75 will cost you around it will cost you around 800 or 900. But this amount I'm giving you, possibly you may remain with some change. So you also, I'm just saying that so that you prepare mentally, yani ile yenye inakuja, you take it or you leave it, kwa sababu ukianza kujenga vitu mingi huwa zinaingilia. However, the quotation that I'm giving also, I also need to tell you that it does not have the luxuries. The moment you jump into luxuries means your house, you will need a ceiling in your house. It means it will go overboard. You need tiles, and maybe, I know most people don't know this, but let me give you an example, or let me make a video after this so that I tell you about the reality of tiles. You know, most people don't know that, but I will tell you and give you the insights, just like my name, Isaac Insights, so that people understand that when it comes to tiling, it's not a joke, it's not a walk in the park. However cheap it may look when you start, it's always expensive. So when you want to add tiles in your house, it will be expensive. It will be more than the amount that I'm giving you. So up to there, I know you have seen the final product of what Odongo built in Gilgil. The house was built with stones. Maybe the area you are coming from, it has enough stone, a lot of stones. Your land has a lot of stones. You can utilize, you can seize this opportunity and use the stones. And specifically, where you are building, if it has iron sheets, no, sorry, if where you are building sand is cheap and then there are stones, then you are good to go. You know, you don't need to worry. But also it's durable, it's something good, it's awesome, provided it's done using right procedure. First procedure, installing the chain link and barbed wire, then arranging the stones inside, then booming, that is where the gaps will be closed and the first cement is done, then chicken wire, then plaster, then finishing. That way that house will be long lasting. Up to there, good people, let me say thank you so much. Mungu awabariki, Mungu awabariki familia zenu, Mungu awabariki kwa maombi zenu za kila siku. I understand most people want to build. I'm just praying God our bless na mjenge. Mimi niko tayari kuja kujenga. Otherwise, thank you. God awabariki.